We are getting tons and tons of feedback still on Bill Maher, which I love because this whole thing is really landing with you troublemakers. Now, this person must remain anonymous, but there's a lot of color in it. Subject, Bill Maher, paid audience member. Dear Maureen, I am a Bill Maher audience member. His entire audience of about 35 people each Friday is a paid audience. 35 people. PTA meetings have more attendees. Usually it's almost entirely paid audience. We are told to laugh and clap at everything. And each week we are reviewed on how much energy we brought to the show. Also, you are correct. There are two extremely loud people, including the man who yells out, "Yeah." He is a big, tall actor who is given a special seat. There is one woman in particular who has a very loud, distinctive laugh. Once you hear their laughs, you can never unhear them. And this is so great to know because I thought these were just pre-records that they would plug in, but no, they've got live people in there. They've got like Stasi members in there. Okay. The company that supplies the audience is called Standing Room Only. Almost all of the weekly audience are repeat regulars, and they are paid about $70. By the way, your show seems very authentic, and I loved it when you called the Nerve a Baby show. I think we're entering our teenage years. We're getting kind of bratty and kind of spiky. Okay. I was also reminded of this. I never forgot it. And I wanted to think that maybe Bill had outgrown this particular peccadillo, but I don't think so. Because back when he was doing Politically Incorrect on ABC, there were rumors that guests did not want to shake his hand upon entering that set. And this will explain why. A piece for Vanity Fair by James Wolcott in 1997. Individual choice. That's what his show is all about. Oh, by the way, this piece also says that according to an article in U.S. News and World Report, Maher was an English major at Cornell. His favorite book was Heart of Darkness. When I tell you these guys always show who they really are, they do. Heart of Darkness. Subtle. Yet he confesses that he hasn't read a book in years and that his quote shelves feature not Joseph Conrad, but bound volumes of Playboy. Oh, okay. Entertainment Weekly, according to this James Wolcott 97 profile for VF, reported that Maher has been rumored to swing solo on the set of his show. This is graphic. I'm going to warn you. Masturbating in his dressing room before a broadcast. It's a charge he half-heartedly acknowledges. Quote, I'm sure I have, he told EW. I wouldn't say it's a ritual. I mean, we've all been horny and had to relieve ourselves, but it's not like, oh, it's 5:10. I don't want to be disturbed for the next 8.5 minutes. I think it's exactly like that. Just my opinion. What a freak. Maureen, in regards to Bill Maher, Gabby Petito's parents might help him understand how domestic violence doesn't just happen right out of the gate. Look what happened to Gabby even after people reported seeing Brian Laundrie hit her in public. The cops blamed her, and a few days later, a preventable tragedy struck. This is another one. These are comments from our YouTube channel. Transactional is exactly how to describe the women Bill has dated. He's famous, but not famous enough. These are the digs, the knives that really slide in. He's famous, but not famous enough to be with really famous people. Playboy Mansion, yes. Diddy party, no. Oh my God, troublemaker. I love you. Another one. If Bill wants proof that police sometimes don't get it, he should read up on the Gabby Petito situation. Textbook. Bill Maher, 1-2 cluck. That's in reference to that. This is Bill Maher's patented move when he really, really just has contempt for an invited guest's opinion on his show. It's very preeny. I was reminded after the segment that we did on George Clooney lecturing journalists on how to be journalists, even though he's just an actor playing a journalist on TV and Broadway, of Clooney lecturing the media after Princess Diana died. He got up on a lectern at a presser and said, "It's your fault. Princess Diana is dead. And who do we see about that?" Well, George, the very people whose favor you're trying to curry. Okay. SJP said she feels like she's being crucified for the show. By the way, one of you troublemakers sent in an illustration to die for of SJP as Carrie Bradshaw on a cross. As a Catholic, I feel fully entitled to hammer in the last nail. This series has only one real flaw. It exists. For the art challenge, can the nails please be Christian Louboutin heels? I would like to challenge troublemakers to those artists of you out there. I'm looking for a freestanding sculpture of SJP on the cross. And finally, would love for you to start giving book recommendations. This troublemaker needs some good books to read. I am actively thinking about this. I'm actively thinking whether it should be current fiction, nonfiction, or if it should be, things that are maybe a little bit older, but that I think you guys would enjoy, but I'm on it. Oh, so I have to go to this one from, so she signs off, Troublemaker K. Are you okay after this episode? Bill Maher is going down and not in a good way. Your lips to God's. Okay. Michelle Obama. How is she not defining her life before today? Isn't this her third or fourth book that's coming out in November? She just seems like a person who loves the sound of her own voice. Agreed. And to George Clooney, all I know of his father is he was in the ending scene of Clooney's Monuments Men film, which bombed, epic bomb, playing an older version of George's character. You can't act TV on stage because you have to project more on stage to get to the audience members in the back of the room. But she reminds me, and my bad, he has been to space. Remember, he floated into space in gravity. How could I have forgotten?